Last lesson for Algebra 2, it's D.13, domain and range of absolute value functions, where they're just giving you the equation and not the graph anymore. Okay, so that's kind of why on D12 I asked you to find the vertex, because whenever you have the equation, you're not automatically going to know what the vertex is unless you write it down. Okay, so, but then again, if it's asking you for domain, it really doesn't matter what the vertex is, because remember the domain is all real numbers. That's an A. All real numbers. So guess what? This is a range. We'll just do this. Domain, all real numbers. Range and domain and range. So we'll take care of that in a minute. Okay. So on this, the vertex. If you remember on D11, took us quite a bit of time, right? So we figured out the vertex. Since there's not a plus or minus inside with the x, it's not going to go left or right any. Since there's nothing at the end, it's not plus anything or minus anything, it's not going to go up or down any. So the vertex is at 0, 0. And remember, this is what we want to know for the range. This is going to tell you if the v is going to go up or the v is going to go down. If there's not a negative on the outside, that means it's positive. And if it's positive, it's going up. If there's a negative on the in front of it, then it means that it's negative and it's going to go down. So it's never going to be all, the range is never going to be all real numbers. And I know this is positive. Therefore, it's going to go up. Therefore, I'm looking for this. This says it's going to go down. These two say it's going to go up. But it's going to go up at that number, not that number. Okay. Be careful. They're going to try to trick you on this one. Remember, if there are two numbers inside here, you need to do a little bit of work first. You need to take the 3 out, divide both by 3, and you get 1. So it's 1x minus 1. Whatever you take out, you make it positive and put it on the outside. Okay? So your vertex now isn't going to be a 3. It's going to be a positive 1, because we always take the opposite of that, and a 0 because it's like a plus 0 right there. Vertex, or the x doesn't matter on domain. Oh, sorry. The x doesn't matter on range. So I'm looking for 0, and that's the only one with 0. There you go. Domain and range. I'm getting rid of these because the domain needs to be all real numbers. The vertex is going to be a positive 1, 0. And I'm looking for that, which is 0. Okay, both of them are 0, but there's not a line underneath this one. This is greater than or equal to. We always want the equal to on the range of absolute values. That right there is negative. That right there says the V is going to open down. Okay. The vertex is at positive 5 because we take the opposite of this, and negative 5 because that just stays the same. The domain is always all real numbers. The range is never all real numbers. But just to make sure that I've said something about it, if what's in front is negative, then it's going to go down. If it's going to go down, then it's going to be less than negative 5. The vertex is at 0, negative 6. So the y I'm looking for is -6. That's -6. That's not -6. That's not -6. That domain is not all real numbers. That domain is not all real numbers. So we're taking care of that. So, you know, by process of elimination, you can be able to answer these. But since in front of here, oops, couldn't read it, can't see it. So since what's right here is positive, that's why it's going to go up. All our numbers, and it's going to open up. All right, that finishes us up for Unit D, and you will be having a test really, really soon.